Okay, on this lesson, we are talking about histograms. There is going to be some familiarity here. They are extremely resembling of bar graphs, and hopefully you guys have done bar graphs at this point. If not, this is going to be kind of a refresher, but it's bar graphs in a different manner. A histogram is a graph similar to a bar graph used to display a frequency. Unlike bar graphs, the bars touch on the graph, and you'll see that example here in a second, and are used to represent data in ranges or intervals. So a bar graph is kind of like those dot plots we used where you just have your one piece of information and then you're going to draw a bar that goes up depending on how many or what the frequency is, how many times it occurred, whatever. Histograms are a little bit different because it's used to analyze data that is much more spread out. So let's take a look at some examples. That way it makes a little more sense. All right, histograms. Oh, we've already went over this a little bit. Let's look at this example we have. So in our data set, we have 58, 63, 85, 88, 66, 72, 91, 80, 68, 71, 89, 94, 74, 64, and 52. Notice that the frequency of each number is only 1. All those numbers only occur once. So let's say these are grades from a recent test. I don't know. That'll work. To make a dot plot or frequency table, it would take way too long and way too much room. And then you're only going to be applying one dot or tally, if you're using the frequency table, per piece of data. It's not worth it. Your range there, your smallest number is what, 52, and your highest is 94. So that range there, you're going to have to create a dot plot or frequency table that would just be so spread out. So we have histograms here to make life easier. Now, when you look at the histogram over here, this is what we're talking about. It's the bar graph that the lines touch, and they are representing intervals or ranges. So in this histogram, we have our frequencies over here, and I did not spread those out properly. I'm so sorry. But we have what each bar represents down here. This is our grade range. We have 50 through 59, 60 through 69 here, 70 to 79, 80 to 89, 90 to 100. So those bars are going to represent how many pieces of data occur in that range. So when we look at our data set, we have 50 through 59. We had 2 grades that came back in that range, so we have a bar that would go up to the 2. Now, again, I apologize for the spacing of that, so that's why I labeled it with a 2 above. 60 through 69, we have 4 that occurred, so we have a 4 there. Bar goes up to 4. 70 to 79, 3, bar goes up to 3. 80 to 89, 4, bar goes up to 4. 90 to 100, we had 2. So the bar goes up to 2, and we have a 2 over the top of it. Hopefully that is a pretty clear statement of how those work. I'll probably actually do another video that you guys can watch on how we create these. So let's go over some of the rules or important details. We use the ranges or intervals for each bar to eliminate the need to have such a huge array of numbers listed for so few frequencies for each. That's a fancy way of saying what I said earlier. If we only have 158, 163, and so on, that is going to be awful when creating that, so we use a histogram to make life simpler. Histograms make graphing data that is heavily spread out or having low frequencies for many pieces easier to organize and display. So we're going to stop the video here, and I'm going to start up part 2, which you guys can watch on the next one.